Hello everybody, and happy Homebrew Wednesday to you all. Just going to be a quick catch up because I haven't really got a right lot to tell you. So I thought we'd do two things at once. We're going to have a beer, and it's one from Jackos at Audley's Brewing, and it's his, get this right, just have a quick look at his letter, peach and green tea kettle sour, which I believe is in the Bible, and he's kept it more or less the same as Bible. So we'll get it in a glass, but we're going to have to be steady because reading it, well, I'll just get it in glass and then I'll tell you. Now it is quite an old one, this, January 2020. Oh, we're not doing too bad. I'm going to stop that there because there's some yeast and gunk coming up. The reason I said I'd have to go steady, oops, I'll just give you a quick brief rundown of what it said. Peach and green tea kettle sour, straight out of Bible, sort of. It's no peaches, instead he used nectarines, which he's led to believe are bald peaches. So you'll sort of like get the similar flavours. And it was brewed about January 2020. But what I was getting at, the green tea, he ripped open the tea bags before adding them to the fermenter. Why he'd do that I don't know, but nevertheless he did. But because it's such an old, I'm saying such an old beer, what is it, 12, about a year and a half or something, just under, it's all pretty much compacted in bottom, and it hasn't got that much carbonation. There is some bubbles coming up, but we haven't got any of the bits in. That's the main thing. That's a nice colour, but shame there's no head. But like I said in the last one when I had his other sour, they're not a beer style. They're not a beer style I'm too familiar with, and are they more like a, on a side you don't really get a head, do you? Is this the same sort of thing with a sour? But nevertheless, we'll dive in and then tell you what we think of it, and we'll get on with telling you what I've got to tell you. There's really not much on nose at all. With it being peach, I would have expected some fruity notes. But saying that, is it like some of these really hopped beers that are best drunk young, and it's just faded? Maybe when it was just bottled, you know, 3 week, 4 week after it had been bottled, would that have been at its prime? Don't know, but we're not really getting much on aroma, so we'll dive in. Cheers, Jacko. Cheers, everybody. First thing that issue, there is a sourness. Not a smacking you right back at mouth sourness back here, but it does get your cheeks a little bit. And with that sourness there's a little bit of dryness. and there is a bit of a fruity taste in there, but not overly strong. But like I say, would that have faded? I don't know. Drying, very drying. How strong is it, did he say? .8%. And it does travel down your throat, that flavour. It does linger a little bit. But like I said, it's not an overly powerful flavour and not really an overly powerful aroma. But I think in its prime, as a younger beer, drunk younger, that would have been spot on. But it's more of a dryness on my palate than a sourness. Interesting though. So that's Jackos beer. And we'll just go on to a few little bits. I've not brewed 3, 4, might be nearly 5 weeks I've not brewed. I've just been too busy. You might remember in the last time I put a Homebrew Wednesday up, I got some Red X and some bits through a Black IPA. Still got them, not done them. Still planning to do them as soon as I can. There's a couple of other little bits I want to order, ingredients wise, for some more brews I'm thinking of doing. But at the minute, you may have seen last week I put a video up of the garden and bar revamp I've started. Now, that's one of the reasons I'm stood here, just stood here behind my bar, because that side of my bar, there's stuff everywhere. Tools piled up, what I've been using. It's just a mess in here. But I've not really tidied, I've just straightened things up. I haven't tidied up as such, because as soon as I've done out there, I'm coming in here and we're having a revamp in here, like I said previously. And we're cracking on with it now in garden. I put a video up last week, which most of you that subscribe will have probably watched it. I've got another one done that's maybe double length of that, showing you me, what did I do in that? I ripped out the trellising, took my little shed down. Quite a few jobs I've done. Since taking my shed down, my fencing were knackered, so I've had to get fencing. Lots of things. I'm on with lots of things. I've just been too busy. But while we're just talking about doing my garden and garden videos and videos in my bar, I feel I need to apologise a little bit. The first video I put up last week and the one I've got to put up, I don't know, I'll put this up and give it a couple of days, put that one up. I'm not happy with them. It's not the content, I'm not happy with the quality of them. They're very shaky, as in not shaky, what's the... make you feel seasick watching them, focusing in on things and wobbly a bit and a bit shaky. And it's this bloody camera. Bought this new camera and I've never really got used to it. And these first 2 videos, my settings are all wrong on it. And anyway, cut a story short, I've sat with my daughter and we've had a right good go through all instructions and everything, and I've changed all settings. And the 3rd video, which is part edited, still some other things to film and add to it, is looking a lot better. First couple of little bits on it, first 2 minutes or so, are things I've shot on the old settings. The other bits of the 3rd video are looking a lot better, and I'm learning how to use the camera better. So I apologise for the first 2, but bear with them and watch them, and then you'll follow the content and you'll know where we are in the process that we're going through. And I'm learning. It's a learning curve. I'm not the most technologically minded man, but I strive to learn and better myself. So, and I think I have. I think I've cracked it now with this camera. He says, touch wood. So just bear with first 2. 3rd one's a lot better on bits I've seen so far. And we'll get garden something like, and then we'll start in here. It's just a process I have to go through. I've started out there so that while we've got nice weather, rest of family have got somewhere nice to sit and chill out and that. Because I do spend a lot of my time on my hobby, in my bar and brewing and things. So you've got to do a few things for family, haven't you? And that's it really. I've not done anything apart from being out there. I am on, at the minute, I'm on 8 off. 8 days off. I got first day solid in garden. I went in for 8 o'clock in the morning and I went in at 11:30 at night. And that was, well, I'll not tell you what I was doing because it might spoil things for you. But full day of it, and then I was sat from 6 o'clock just burning some wood, a couple of beers, and like I say, it was 11:30 when I went in. And then yesterday and today, chucked it down. It's just stopped now, so I've not been able to do all them 2 days, but Saturday, Sunday I've got good weather, and a couple of days next week that I'm off. So hopefully I'll crack on a bit. I'll finish the rest of this beer, and that's me for today. Just chilling out. Like I say, we'll put this one up, we'll give it a couple of days, we'll put the next one up with his garden bar revamp, and just bear with me on them first 2 videos. I've noticed, I've watched them on my small screen on my camera, then I've watched them on my laptop, and I've watched them on my telly, and the bigger the screen you go on, the more exaggerated the wobbling and looks. So my advice is watch them on your phone, first 2. But anyway, it is what it is, and I think we'll leave it there, fellas. Hopefully I'll get some more beer related stuff coming through for you in a few weeks when we get on top of out there, because I know most of you are probably looking forward to seeing what I'm doing in here that's beer related rather than garden. But it's all a process of what's happening in and around Person Ales, and I'll keep you all updated, and I'll catch you next time.